The screen displays the truth behind the Kerala story. The host stands confidently, ready to dissect the controversy. On-screen text proclaims, "The Kerala story, fact versus fiction," as the host sets the stage. Welcome to our show, where we delve into the facts behind controversial topics. Today, we're examining the Kerala story and its claims regarding the conversion and recruitment of 32 women into ISIS. Let's separate fact from fiction. Within the edit suite, a split screen dominates, presenting a dual narrative of alleged mass conversions and historical analysis. On one side, clips from the Kerala story depict scenes of alleged mass conversions. The historian explains the big lie propaganda technique, referencing Hitler's Mein Kampf. Superimposed text declares, "The big lie, a propaganda technique." In a modern news studio, a composed news anchor gestures towards a large screen. The screen displays animated data charts from the NIA, revealing the reality of ISIS recruitment with stark clarity. The charts emphasize the significant discrepancies between the film's portrayal and the documented numbers of ISIS-affiliated individuals from Kerala. In the sterile interview room, a journalist sits, their face a mask of concentration. The screen behind displays the stark message: misinformation and manipulation. The journalist begins. The film presents a narrative that simply doesn't align with the documented facts. For instance, the portrayal of the events at the factory. They selectively edited statements to create a false impression of the individuals involved. It's a clear case of manipulation. The vibrant Kerala landscape unfolds, showcasing the harmony of diverse communities living together in peace. A voice echoes, narrating Kerala's exemplary achievements in education and healthcare, a stark contrast to darker narratives. Kerala, a state of unity and diversity, words illuminate the screen, challenging the shadows cast by the film's grim portrayal. In a brightly lit studio, the host sits at a polished desk, their expression a mask of grave concern. Behind the host, a stark warning flashes: the dangers of divisive narratives. It's crucial that we understand the impact divisive narratives can have. They can manipulate public opinion and sow discord, the host warns, emphasizing each word. The host's tone turns urgent. Media literacy is our best defense. We must learn to critically evaluate the information we consume and recognize propaganda when we see it. Archive footage rolls, revealing Nazi propaganda films, each frame a calculated step in defaming Jewish people. The narrator's voice cuts through the darkness, drawing stark parallels between historical manipulation and the Kerala story. On-screen text flashes, historical parallels, propaganda through the ages, underscoring the haunting echoes of history. The host stands confidently center stage in a brightly lit studio, ready to dissect the deceptive nature of half-truths. He explains, "Today, we're diving into the murky waters of half-truths. These are statements that contain a kernel of truth, but are ultimately misleading." The screen behind him flashes clips from a film, each dissected to reveal the subtle blend of fact and fiction. He emphasizes with a decisive gesture, by mixing verifiable facts with distortions, manipulators lend credibility to their false narratives. The host signals the audience. Let's take a look at some examples from the film to illustrate this point. In a sterile interview room, a Muslim scholar sits, his voice a beacon of reason against the shadows of extremism. He denounces ISIS and militant Jihad, his words echoing with conviction. Muslim scholars condemn extremism flashes across the screen, a powerful statement of solidarity. The conversation shifts to the efforts of Indian Muslim leaders, their struggle for peace highlighted. A street in Kerala springs to life, bursting with activity. A man extends a microphone, capturing voices from the community. "I think it's a beautiful representation of our culture and traditions," one resident shares. "While the scenery was lovely, I felt the story didn't quite capture the complexities of our lives here." another counters. It's brought a lot of attention to Kerala. I hope it leads to positive changes, a third hopes. On-screen text declares. Voices from Kerala. On-screen. Legal scrutiny and admissions. In the news studio, a legal expert addresses the legal challenges surrounding the film. The expert reveals the director's admission that the 32-0 figure was arbitrary. The host stands poised, their smile radiating warmth as they introduce a story of stark contrasts. They celebrate India's triumph over ISIS recruitment, contrasting its success with the failures of other nations. Infographics ignite the screen, illustrating India's success in countering ISIS. The screen boldly proclaims, India's success in countering ISIS. The screen illuminates with the words, a truthful depiction. The Swedish series, Caliphate. Scenes from Caliphate flicker on the monitor, presenting a stark portrayal of radicalization. The monitor contrasts the scenes with sensationalized imagery, highlighting the differences in their depictions. The host stands center stage, bathed in the warm glow of studio lights. They address the camera directly, their expression serious yet composed. The host explains the love jihad conspiracy theory. The host emphasizes its debunking by both the NIA and the Union Home Ministry. A screen behind the host displays the text, Love Jihad, a debunked conspiracy theory. A stark interview room is illuminated by bright light, revealing the powerful message empowering women, rejecting manipulation displayed on the screen. The host's smile radiates sincerity as he passionately concludes the video, his words resonating with heartfelt conviction. Behind him, the screen explodes with a kaleidoscope of India's rich heritage. Reject propaganda. Celebrate unity, the host declares, his voice filled with hope. On-screen text reinforces the message, a call to action.